Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Varun Chopra, and today I'm here to apprise you of 5 major changes that have taken place in the Australian student visa policies. I think now there are a lot of students that have contacted me that I know of who are planning to go to countries like Australia, New Zealand, or some European countries like Switzerland, Italy, Spain. And I think countries like USA, UK, and Canada are no longer the mainstream countries like they used to be. So this video is especially for those students who are brave enough to think out of the box and go to countries that are not really mainstream but are upcoming. So kudos to that, and let's get right into it. So change number 1 is in favor of the students, that is unlimited number of working hours. Now there was a lot of confusion, a lot of obfuscation about the fact that whether or not you're allowed to work part-time and for unlimited number of hours as a student. So I think now it has been made very clear that a student can work in any sector, at any job, for unlimited number of hours per week. Initially, when it was introduced during COVID, it was only in the sectors that fell into the category of basic necessities like healthcare, food supplies, etc. But now, irrespective of the sector, irrespective of the job, a student is allowed to work for unlimited number of hours in a week. Here's a tip from my side: don't neglect your studies for working part-time, because what are you there for? You're there for studying, you're there to complete your course, you're there to earn your degree. So keep your primary focus on your studies. But yes, moving on, coming to change number 2, it is related to visa fees. This is a very trivial one if you consider it in terms of Australian dollars, but if you convert it into INR, it might seem a little more significant than it is in Australian dollars. So the visa fees initially used to be 630 Australian dollars, and now it has come to 650 Australian dollars. So like I said, in Australian dollars there's only a difference of $20, but when you convert it into INR, it might seem a little more significant. Change number 3, which is again related to visa, is increased processing time. Now, like I said, there have been these major changes in policies. So I've been contacted by students who've told me that, I've applied for this Australian visa, I've still not gotten it, and there are a lot of things that are yet to be done. I'm really worried. So I would say, keep calm, you'll get your visa. Yes, it is taking time, but it is only because of these changes that have taken place recently that each file that comes to the Australian Visa and Immigration Office has to be scrutinized well. And also, one of my friends told me that these people at the Australian Visa and Immigration Office, they kind of give priority to people who are onshore, that is already in Australia. People who are moving from student visa to perhaps their work visa, or who are moving from their work visa to perhaps their sponsored visa or skilled worker visa. So they kind of give priority to those people, and due to COVID, a lot of files have been piling up. So I'm sure once the load is a little less, once they're done with these files, they'll definitely start giving priority to offshore applications as well. So moving on, the 4th one, and this one's not really a great change, is that you cannot switch your course now. Now initially students used to go to Australia and switch their courses, like they'd go to one university for a particular course and they might switch their university or college and also their course after reaching Australia. Now there could be 2 reasons for this. The first one being that they might think that let's go for an easier course that will take a bit of load off our shoulders and not encumber us with a lot of studies, and they want to focus more on part-time. And the second reason is perhaps finances. There are students who shift to a university that is much more economical, so again they have this financial independence in their head and peace of mind. So but unfortunately now students cannot do this anymore. So my advice would be, pick your courses right, go through the course modules, see what you want to study, and then go ahead with the course. Don't just go with the course name or with what you think will be, say, easy for you, or say something that is really trending right now. Go for something that you actually want to study. Now it's not like that you don't have an option to change your course once you land in Australia, but it's way more difficult than how it used to be. Let me explain. Initially, when a student wanted to change his or her course or his or her university after landing in Australia, the only permission that the student needed was from the university. But now the student also will be needing a permission from the Australian Visa and Immigration Office, which I hear is next to impossible. So for that reason, changing a course now is going to be very, very difficult, and I might not even consider it being an option. Now moving on to the last reason for this video, that is replacement of PSW. Now, this reason might not be helpful for students who are aspiring to go to Australia, but this is definitely helpful for students who've already been to Australia from the past 2-3 years or so. So students who go to Australia get a PSW of a couple of years, or say 3 years, depending on the region in which they go to study. Now you can also check this video out wherein I've explained everything in detail about Australia, Canada, UK and USA, their work allowances, their PR and citizenship policies and their PSW policies. So coming back to Australia, Australia allows you to work for 2 years or 3 years after the completion of your studies, depending on the region in which you've gone to study. Now, a lot of students, due to the pandemic, lost onto this opportunity of PSW. But there's this great news for such people out there that now, according to the new policies that have been introduced in July 2022, students who lost onto this opportunity of PSW can now go and apply for the replacement of their PSW. So basically, you'll be given that period of time, those 2 years or those 3 years again. You can apply for that visa, you can apply for that temporary work visa and go there and avail that 2 years or 3 years of PSW that you kind of lost due to pandemic. Now, I think these were the 5 major reasons that I wanted to apprise students who are planning to go to Australia of. So I hope this video was conducive. अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो please like करें. If you love the video, kindly subscribe to the channel. That's all from my side. This is VC signing off.